About 13 miles from downtown Atlanta, welcome to Truist Park. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the Atlanta Braves. Fuchs Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. Well, Singy, when you consider the top hitters' ballparks in the sport, this has got to be one of them.
I'll say this. Pitchers have to stay with their game. They can't look over their shoulder and think, I have to be fine and perfect on every pitch. Continue to pitch to your strengths, and you'll come out of here with a good outing.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And today's starter, Spencer Schwellenbach. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
And with that, we're underway in Atlanta. In the air, left field, down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. The 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 1-2 now.
That's down. That's a ball.
Oh, that got
him.
him.
You hit him.
First batter of the game is hit by the pitch. Here's Harper now.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Oh, 1 down. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. He scored more runs than anyone else in his team so far this year, Chris. That misses the zone, and the count 1-2.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch. Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
And that is there. Harper frustrated as he's rung up on strikes, and he lets the plate umpire know it. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. Not a team that usually sees a lot of pitches or works a ton of walks, Chris. They take a more aggressive approach than some of the other teams in the league.
They've got some free swingers, don't they? It's a great approach with pitches over the plate, but when the pitcher expands the zone, it just doesn't work. They need to draw more walks to get runners on base.
Quick toss to first. March back in on a dive. Here's Turner now. Runner takes off. Pitching for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
I think that steal kind of sets the tone, not just for this game, but for the entire series. First inning, game 1. So that kind of tells me they're going to be aggressive on offense and try to force the issue whenever they can.
1 out and a runner at second here in game 1 of this 3-game set. That one ripped, but foul. The 0-2. Ground ball right side and foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Man at second. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Now, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it, or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
And here is Sosa to the plate.
Hey!
Runner at second, 2 down. Close, but called a ball. And the count is 1-1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Man on second, 2 down. And that skips in the dirt. Fastball for a strike.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball. 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
That misses, and the count's full. Adolis Garcia in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Payoff pitch. That's to third. Riley fires to first on the run. Nicely done for the out. And now the Braves will get their first crack at it. No score. You're watching Atlanta Braves baseball on the Show South. Back here in Atlanta, and on the mound for Philadelphia in this one, Zach Wheeler. Lots of punch outs, a real strikeout artist, Singy.
Yeah, he was a tough luck loser last time out, dominating his opponent. Soft contact. They were able to score a couple of runs, but outside of that, everything was sharp. You hope that he gets a better result this time out. Reward the guy for his hard work.
Nice grab to first, and they get the out.
A quick move to his left, fully extended there in front of the shortstop to make the grab. Up with it, then a strong, accurate throw across the diamond to complete this highlight play.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Tap foul at the plate. Here's your 1. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. Ozzie Albies goes the opposite way. Home run number 5 on the season. The Braves score first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
1 down. Here is Matt Olson. Inside,
nope.
just missed.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Handles, throws to first, 2 away now. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. And a big factor for them in recent games, Mike Yastrzemski.
He's one of the better home run hitters in the league this year. In fact, in the top 5 in homers in the National Leagues. Not missing many pitches. And I tell you what, when he gets his pitch, it goes a long way. Make sure you don't sleep on this guy if you're the pitcher.
Austin Riley at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Hammered down the right side, but foul. 2 down, nobody on. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. Here's a 1-2. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Atlanta draws first blood with the solo shot. It's now 1-0. This is NL East Baseball here on MLB The Show. Back in Atlanta, Truist Park. Top of the second, Adolis Garcia stands in for the Phillies.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Here, what?
Here we go, Spencer.
And now the 0-1. To third, Riley. 1 out in the second.
Batting 6th, second baseman Bryson Stott.
This is Bryson Stott, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. Yeah, that's fouled off.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
Check swing.
No, that's down.
Held
Ball.
up. Ball 1.
That's big right there, being able to check your swing. Think about the count swing. Instead of 0-2, he's sitting 1-1 against a really good arm.
Let's go, Spencer.
1 down, Phillies down a run. In the air, left field, Yastrzemski in position, and there's 2 away.
Batting 7th, left fielder Otto Kemp.
Now the left fielder, Otto Kemp. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Just
Ball.
missed.
That's down.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
That one hammered center field. That's back there. Caught right up against the fence.
A lot of room in the center field area, and that's why he knows he's got a chance to run it down and make a great play. Leaps at the fence. Excellent job. Robs the home run to end the inning.
We head to the bottom of the second. Now in for the Braves, Mike Yastrzemski.
Is hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Misses off the inside, and that's ball 1. Plate umpire Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, with Hendricks, Boo, kind of interesting. He's a good, consistent umpire, but you do hear that he kind of favors one side of the plate more than the other. So it's really hard to know for sure, but I think that usually it has to do something with where he sets up prior to each pitch.
Yastrzemski tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. Nope, he held back. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. That's the first splitter we've seen today, and it shouldn't be the last.
Murphy.
Here's Sean Murphy. Oh, 1 now. And he swings through that one.
Ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Oh, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location. But clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Two outs, base is empty. Next to hit, Ha-Sung Kim. First pitch swinging. Kim matched a homer in his last game. Foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Foul ball, still 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the second. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. And there's one away. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Zach Wheeler.
Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Zach Wheeler.
Heck what?
1-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another. This to third. Fair ball. And the tying run is on base.
Pitcher gets himself on base. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Hit by a pitch leading off the ball game. And a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1.
Foul ball.
Man at first, one away.
Oh, count. You got
low.
the opportunity to
ball.
expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Wheeler, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his third of the game.
Well, that splitter out of the hand, it just sort of jumps on you, and your interpretation is, here comes a fastball again. Well, it never really reaches because the bottom falls out of it, and you swing over the top, and that's why they call it a split-finger fastball, because it looks like a four-seamer.
Bryce Harper to the plate. Caught looking his first time up.
No, that missed.
And the 1-0.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. You can't catch up.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
Here's Harper. The count 2-1. Comes up empty. That's strike two. And that one a little below the knees. And now it's 3-2. Trey Turner in the on deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 3-2. Good job to fight that one off. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
First and second, 2 outs. Trey Turner now, he's 0 for 1. And that's a fair ball. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score and they tie it.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
2 outs, runners at first and second. Edmundo Sosa stands in for the Phillies. The 0-1. First and second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Good job at damage control right there.
He's in a tough spot. Had to make a great pitch. Did it. Got the strikeout. Gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Misses inside, and that is ball 1. Challenge from behind the dish here, and the call stands. It was indeed a ball. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. The 1-0. On the ground. Tosses across to first. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd.
Batting ninth, pitcher Spencer Schwellenbach.
And now, Spencer Schwellenbach. Just off the outside edge, ball 1. Schwellenbach hitting 9th in today's lineup. And he was a 2nd-round pick in 2021. Just missed.
Seems like it can be really hard at times for pitchers to throw the ball right down the middle. They're so used to working on the edges, but then you have a guy up like this. He can't hurt you. Just throw it down the middle.
2-2 now. And a swing and a miss. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Two down, nobody on. That one fouled off. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. With 3 complete, we're tied at 1 apiece. Back at Truist Park, all set for the start of the inning. Adolis Garcia stands in for the Phillies. And a foul ball.
Well, these Phillies showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Can't glove it cleanly. Still fires to first, but it's not in time. Base hit.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And now for the Phillies, Bryson Stott popped out to left his first time.
Ball.
The 1-0. There goes the runner. Fought off foul. Go ahead run at first. Nobody out. Top half of inning number 4. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Right side. Olsen. Over to Kim. 1 to first. Double play. Nicely done.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first, and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
Base is empty after the double play. Otto Kemp will hit next. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1.
Hee-haw!
Four-seam fastball. High outside. Here we go, Spencer.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Big knock there to keep the inning alive and an opportunity to put something in the gap and give the Phillies the lead.
Here's the catcher, Rafael Marchand. He popped out his first time. Quick move to first, and he's back safely. Fouled off left side. Kemp off of first with 2 away. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And that's a foul ball.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
And he'll shoot. Got him swinging. 1 left for Philadelphia. Score remains tied 1-1. Bottom of the 4th, so now to the plate for Atlanta, Ozzie Albies.
Ozzie Albies.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
You know, these Braves, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
Did he go?
Albies checks his swing, appeal to third, didn't go. And a 1-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight
Up
strikeouts.
next for the Braves, first baseman.
Here's Matt Olson. Grounded out his first time up. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where guys hit the ball, but within the new shift rules?
And an area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning, and then the research person that's providing the information. So what we're seeing in baseball, so many more people behind the scenes that are contributing to the success between the lines.
Here comes Austin Riley. Struck out swinging his first time.
Ball.
And the 1-0.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch, perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. 5th inning coming up. Tied at 1. Back here in Atlanta, we go to the top of the 5th. Zach Wheeler stands in for the Phillies. Now he breaks his bat. 1 down.
Up next for Philadelphia, center fielder Brandon Marsh.
So the Philly batting order turns over. Brandon Marsh getting ready to hit.
Nope. Ball.
This game has been so tight, feels like the next team to score will win it.
1-1 now. Hammered. Could be extra bases. And that's going to get into the corner. To second. And he's into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So here is Bryce Harper.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit, it's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Man at second.
Right through there for a strike. Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
If you can set up a good 2-strike splitter with the fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
Trey Turner at the plate.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
And a big swing and a miss. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
To the right side, but it kicks foul.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Got him swinging for the K. Gassed it right by him.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Foul ball there.
You know, these Braves just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Here's the 0-2.
Oh, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. The 2-2 on the way. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So he gets a hit after a long battle with the pitcher.
Next for the Braves.
So here's Murphy now. Struck out swinging his first time. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Oh, 2 now. Just misses there. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Go ahead run on base. Ha-Sung Kim next up for the Braves. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Swings through that.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
Ball.
1 away. Tie game. Go ahead run stands at first. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris the second. 0 for 1 so far. Swing and a foul out of play. Two gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Strike two.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
The 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Lace down the line. This looks like extra bases. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, second and third now.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Big rip off the bat there. Some seriously loud contact on that knock. Didn't bring in the run, but he got him that much closer to taking the lead here. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Stepping in, Spencer Schwellenbach. His first at-bat was a strikeout.
Listen, you got to attack him just like you would any other hitter right here. Now, you can't let up just because you think it's a pitcher at the plate. If he gets a bloop single, 2 runs come around to score. You can't have that.
So they turn to a bat off the bench for the pitcher, Dominic Smith. And this is a big at-bat in this ball game. Smith in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Two on, 2 outs. Oh, and this one gets away. But no advance from the runners. Stays alive.
Ball.
2 outs, 2 in scoring position. Last half of inning number 5.
That's the ball.
Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. We played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far.
Now pitching for
New
the
pitcher for the Braves, Daysbel Hernandez.
Daysbel Hernandez.
And now it's the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Edmundo Sosa.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one. You know, these Phils really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 2.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
He goes down looking. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge.
No, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well, and you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first and hustling for second. Here's the throw, and he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Up next for Philadelphia.
Absolutely punished that pitch. Wasn't fooled in the slightest. 109 off the bat. I think that means you put a pretty good swing on it.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Adolis Garcia now at the plate. 1 for 2.
Take one.
Slider for a strike. The Phils with the go-ahead run standing at second, and we're the top half of the 6th. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That's the ball low.
Man at second. Gets a piece and stays alive. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And he beats it. He's safe.
Up next for Philadelphia, second baseman Bryson Stott.
Now it's the second baseman, Bryson Stott.
They can take the lead in a variety of ways. So this comes down to the batter's ability to stay in control and wait for a good pitch to do something with. I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Trying to check his swing. Appeal to third. And he won around. Just enough that time. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Huge strikeout there.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Go ahead run on base. Otto Kemp stands in for the Phillies. Fouled off. He was late. Two down. Go ahead run in scoring position. Ground ball up the middle. Albies. Not in time.
He's in
Great
there.
effort, but it's an infield hit.
Boog, that's a frustrating way to fall behind in this one as the infield single drives in the run. And sometimes all you have to do is put the ball in play and you give your teammate a chance to hurry home.
So 2 down. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Rafael Marchand.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
See ya.
Now a quick throw to first, and he dives back in safely. The 0-2.
Tough take right there. He swings at that more often than not.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. Phillies on top 2-1. This is Braves baseball on the Show South. Back in Atlanta, Truist Park. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Ronald Acuna Jr.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
And that one is lifted in the air. Garcia settles underneath it. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Braves, second baseman.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a foul straight back.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
And ball 4 there. Tying run is on base.
It feels to me like his time on the mound is running short, starting to show some signs of fatigue. So we'll see how much longer they let him go.
Here's Matt Olson down. Swing and a ball popped up. Stop. Gets under it. 2 down.
No, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Austin Riley at the plate, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
He's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
The 0-1. And there's a foul ball.
Ball.
Got him looking. Now it doesn't strikeouts for him in this one. 7th inning coming up. It's the Phillies 2 and the Braves 1. This is NL East Baseball here on MLB The Show.
Now pitching. for the
Welcome back. We're in the
Braves,
7th. We have a new
number
pitcher on the mound.
52,
Dylan Lee.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Now a pinch hitter coming on for the Phillies,
Number
Alec
28,
Bohm.
Alec Bohm.
Pretty surprised they're going with the pitcher off the bench here, Boog. I mean, they must be trying to save what they have left in terms of position players for later or something.
That one to first,
That's
and
a
that's
foul.
just foul.
Four-seam fastball.
In for a strike. Good slider.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
On the ground to third, Riley. To first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the
Up
7th.
next for Philadelphia, center fielder Brandon Marsh.
So back to the top of the order. Here's the center fielder, Brandon Marsh.
Four-seam fastball. High middle. Let's go, Dylan.
That's a ball.
Slider. Middle inside.
The lefty, the 1-0. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. That one finds the zone. That is strike 2.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Here's a 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 1-2. Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Here is Bryce Harper. A walk and a pair of strikeouts.
Ball.
Two down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Trey Turner with a chance now.
Hee-haw.
The 0-1. And that's fouled off. The 0-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Got it. That's out number 3. Phillies strand 1. They lead it 2-1. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jose Alvarado.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Gets him to chase after that one. And fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swings and misses. Struck him out. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Sean Murphy. That one is absolutely belted. And a base hit. Around first, digging for 2. The relay to second, and he's out, trying for 2.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
Ha-Sung Kim next up for the Braves. Ground ball, left side, and foul ball. Next offering is outside. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on.
That's the ball.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They're down 2-1. Ready to begin the 8th. Now it's the cleanup hitter for the Phillies, Edmundo Sosa.
Now pitching.
New arm out of the bullpen, Grant Holmes.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
This one in the air, right field. And a quick out, number 1.
next for Philadelphia, right fielder, Adolis Garcia.
Now it's the right fielder, Adolis Garcia. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out.
Up next for Philadelphia, second baseman, Bryson Stott.
2 down, bases empty. Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. There's the strike.
I was really working that inside corner with the cutter. I'll tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
On the ground, right side. And it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Ball.
Battling here as he fouls it away. And they'll do it again.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. 3rd foul ball in a row.
The 1-2. Whips it across, and that's the 3rd out. Down quickly go the Phillies as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Bottom of the 8th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Michael Harris II. Some bullpen action for Philadelphia. Joan Duran, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. McCambly getting loose as well. The 1-0. On the ground to short. Trey Turner gloves it. Throws to first in time. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
It's such a great feeling when a team can rely on their shortstop to make a play like that. It builds up confidence for everyone on his team. It might even inspire a few more web gyms before the game is over.
So now pinch hitter for Atlanta, Eli White.
And he would be the tying run, Boog, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
White at the plate now, and that's strike 1. Yoan swings through that one for strike 2.
That's the ball.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Swing That's a base hit into center field. And that puts the tying run on base.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
Here's Acuna. Run around the move. Pitch misses.
Ball.
Throw to second. Out, and that wasn't close.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
The 1-0. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. The Phillies trying to hold a one-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And a swing and a miss.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Kemp under it. And that is that. Braves go down quickly here, and our score remains 2-1.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Robert Suarez.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, one-run game. Otto Kemp stands in for the Phillies.
Yeehaw!
The 0-1. Makes the catch. One down.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
So up next, Rafael Marchand, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Yastrzemski going back on this one. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 9th. Running out of chances to pad the lead. Pinch hitter coming on. JT Realmuto looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty.
Nope. Ball.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
Two down, nobody on. On the ground to the left.
Foul.
And that's just foul. Suarez, multi-time All-Star, 35 years old. He joined the team as a free agent.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one, that's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touched it.
The 1-2. Up the middle. On to first. And that's the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. But they still lead it 2-1.
Now pitching for
We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Joan Duran.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, but you see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Swings through that one for strike one. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2. In there, sets him down on strikes. Albies thought that one missed, and here comes the challenge. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. One-run game, bottom 9. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a 1-2. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door. Cancel any hope that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
Matt Olson up to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
And that is out of play. Deal 2. And just misses with that one.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Braves down to their final out.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
So they're down to their final out. Here comes Austin Riley. The 0-1. Late swing, fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And the home team trying to pull it out. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
And your final score here today, 2-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.